What's going on YouTube? I'm D. Ellis. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of Crime Circuit. For this video, we're going to be speaking on a man named Telly Hankton. And this man is considered to be one of the most dangerous men that came out of New Orleans, allegedly. Before we get into the video, it's going to be a disclaimer. If you guys are sensitive to murder, things of that nature, I suggest you click out, and maybe I'll see you in another video. Alright, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Telly Hankton is known as one of the most dangerous men in New Orleans, according to the mayor and the police chief of the NO. Labeled by police as one of the city's most fearsome criminals as a cold-blooded triggerman who fired away at Stewart as he lay prone and injured along the South Caliborn Avenue. Prosecutors said Hankton's cousin had just smashed into Darnell Stewart with his car and sent him flying into the air before Telly Hankton strode up and fired 11 bullets from a 9mm handgun. At least 8 of those hit Stewart, including 4 of them to the face. Alright, so how this goes is Jesse Reed and Darnell Stewart were suspected for the murder of Telly Hankton's cousin and business partner, Cup Hankton. As it happens with the system at the times, Reed and Stewart got off, so much like the revenge plot. The Hankton cousins, Telly and Andre, brother to the slain Cup Hankton, decided to take law into their own. In a high-speed chase, Andre rammed Darnell Stewart with a car, then Telly got out and shot Stewart, pretty much Hollywood style. The Mustang hit Stewart and sent him very high in the air. It sent him over a telephone pole. His shoes came off. His pants almost came off. Stewart landed from 25 feet in the air, prosecutors said. While airborne, he wrapped around a utility pole and dropped to the ground, losing his pants and getting his underwear stuck on a staple on the way down. He was still alive when he was shot 11 times, including 4 to his head, prosecutor Seth Shute said. The way that hit was described, it doesn't even seem like Telly needed to shoot him afterwards. Then, after posting a $1 million bond, y'all, Telly and his friend went and hunted down Jesse Reed. After Telly Hankton's arrest, he posted a $1 million bond. Then, according to police, he and another man shot Jesse Tutu Reed, the other man accused of killing Cup Hankton, at the Terperscore and La Ciel streets. 59 shell casings were found. Now, y'all, Reed was shot 50 times. 50. What brings the fantasy, the idolization, and the respect for these proceedings to a screeching halt is when the truth settles in that wait, this is real life. Not real life, but real life. On one end, I could understand the code of the streets, and what matters in that deal with who they agreed to live by the code. Now, we're going to get into what he was charged with and things of that nature. U.S. Attorney Keith Polite announced today the sentencing of Telly Hankton and 3 members of the Hankton organization. According to the court documents, members of the organization and their associates ran a violent drug ring in and around the city of New Orleans dating back to 1996. During the course of this organization's life, its members and associates killed rival drug dealers, intimidated witnesses who dared to cooperate with law enforcement, attempted to obstruct the state criminal justice system by having associates provide false alibi testimony in state court, and even killed witnesses along with a witness family member in an effort to obstruct justice. Each defendant listed below was convicted by a federal jury on June 29th of 2016, following a 3-week jury trial. The U.S. District Judge Martin L.C. Fieldman sentenced the defendants as follows. Telly Hankton, age 40, was sentenced to life imprisonment. His counts were 1 count of racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations, also known as the RICO Act, 1 count of conspiracy to distribute controlled substances, 1 count of conspiracy to possess firearms, 3 counts of murder in aid of racketeering of Darvin Bessie, Darnell Stewart, and Jesse Reed, and also 3 counts of causing death through the use of a firearm. Now, Walter Porter, also age 40, was sentenced to life imprisonment. His charges as followed was 1 count of racketeer influenced and corrupt organizations act, also known as the RICO, 1 count of conspiracy to obstruct justice, 3 counts of murder in aid of racketeering of Jesse Reed, Hassan Williams, and Darnell Stewart, 3 counts of causing death through the use of a firearm, and 3 counts of felon in possession of a firearm, 1 count of assault with a dangerous weapon in aid of racketeering, and 1 count of use and carrying a firearm during in relation to a crime of violence and a drug trafficking crime. Andre Hankton, 38, was also sentenced to life imprisonment. Now, he was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy to possess firearms, 1 count of causing death through the use of a firearm, and 1 count of possession of a short-barreled shotgun. Now, Kevin Jackson, age 43, was also sentenced to life imprisonment. His counts were as follows. 1 count of racketeering, influenced and corrupt organizations act, also known as the RICO, and 1 count of murder in the aid of racketeering of Jesse Reed. U.S. Attorney Polite praised the work of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in investigating this matter. Assistant United States Attorney Elizabeth Prevera, William Quinlan Jr., David Holler, and Brittany Reed were in charge of this prosecution. What's going on, YouTube? I'm D. Ellis. This is going to conclude this episode of Crime Circuit on Telly Hankton. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Push this video in the YouTube algorithm. It'll help me out. Like I said, stick with me. I'm going to get better. I appreciate y'all.